I so appreciate the time that you guys have made to get on this call right now. It's my hopes that you'll see what I had the opportunity to see about 6 years ago. I served in the Corps from 1979 to about 1985. It was about 87. My wife said 87. So we lose count after we're having fun. Service, I served in the Marine Corps as a CH-53 avionics man. So I worked on the electronics of the helicopter. It was like way too much fun. So I truly enjoyed that. But I think what I began to come across, which meant so much to me on a day like this, is it was the quality of the individuals that I had come in contact with, simply based on our understanding that we knew the sacrifice that we would probably have to make for our country, and we were more than willing to make that sacrifice. I had a proclivity of taking that for granted because I was just doing what I thought was the right thing for me to do. And actually, it was the best thing, one of the best things that I could have done in my life, among three things. Number one was knowing Christ is my Savior. Number two is marrying my good-looking Candy of 36 years now. But you're talking about incredible, man, just what we were able to achieve as Marines. And I'm just saying that not just because that was the only service I was in, but I am so proud of my other brothers and sisters in different departments of service. I value who we've become and the contribution that we had to make. And it makes me feel good to know that because we were willing to make that sacrifice, some of us were willing to give all, some gave some, you know. But because we were willing to do that, we have the country that we have. So I'm excited that you guys are here. I hope that you see what I saw, because just 6 years ago, we were in really bad shape financially, but we didn't understand it. It was through this company that we totally learned about money in a way that we should have learned in school. We really should have. But now we take that, now our business has expanded throughout the country, and the company continues to grow. I hope you see what we saw, because it completely changed my life and my wife's. She was able to retire 10 years early because of this business and the knowledge that we acquired. So I wish you all the blessings in the world that could possibly come your way on a day like this. Joel, thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me the privilege to speak.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. So I want to welcome everybody on the call. Guys, if you served our military, I want to salute you. I want to say thank you for your service. I want to make sure that that we deliver the message and we get you guys on your way. I'm going to be playing a video by our CEO. It's a quick video. It's 3 minutes, and it's going to talk a little bit about the two most noble professions that we have here in America. So let's get this thing started. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to be sharing this quick video for you guys. Just a second here. There we go.
You know who makes America work? Let me tell you who makes America work. No matter how many ways we do it, this is just what works. Entrepreneurs. For many years, America, listen, before we get into it, I want to say this to you. I want you to understand how important our role is. I think the two people who are patriots in America are our patriots who put their life on the line, but I think the second patriots are entrepreneurs who put their salary on the line. You may not put your life on the line, but let me tell you something. You put your salary on the line. Who knows what I'm talking about when I say you put your salary on the line? Any entrepreneur know what I'm referencing when I say put your salary on the line. Let me allude to what I mean by that. When you have a job and you're making your 3, 4, 5 grand every month consistently, it's security. You feel it's security. It's warm. It's comfortable. You know, you get to have your barbecue once a month. You get to have a decent life. You got some nice benefits. You know, and somebody introduces you to an opportunity and you start working, and most don't. 80% don't. They go back to protecting their salary. 20% say, man, this is scary. They have a conversation with their wife and their family and their husband, and they say, baby, I'm gonna make this decision. Babe, this is scary. I know, baby. And they go to sleep. And you know what happens to an entrepreneur when he goes to sleep? He has a lot of anxiety attacks. He has worries. She stresses out. They think about their bills. They see savings deplete. They see all of a sudden things happen, but do you know why they do it? They do because they have a dream. Because they don't want to live an average and ordinary life, and neither do you. If you're here tonight, you don't. You have a choice to go out there and play poker right now if you wanted to. You have a choice to go out there and play blackjack if you wanted to today. But you're here today. You don't have to be here today. You're not unemployed like Bridgestone to be here today. You chose to be here today. It is your choice to be here today. You chose. Whether you get up and walk out right now, we cannot fire you. You have chosen to be in this room today because we prefer choice over force. Is what we as human beings prefer is choice. I want to choose because I want what I want to do. Two of the most honorable jobs any human being could take is being in the military and being an entrepreneur, because both of them have a lot of risk. If you're in the military, you could get killed. If you're an entrepreneur, you could get killed. You don't do it for the small little thing. Both of them have the same outcome. You know what the outcome is, both of them? It starts with the letter F. What is it? Freedom. Why do 41 million immigrants come here? And number 2 country is 11 million, Russia. Why do people come here? Why? Because we want to be free, man. I think most companies are talking about whether they hit your numbers or not. I think most companies are talking about the smaller stuff. And what they don't realize is they're going to live 80 years and they'll die. And no one will remember them but a few people. And within 2 generations, they're forgotten. And history will not favor them. I mean, I don't see a purpose in that. I really don't think the Creator gave you all those unique gifts that you got, just to go out there and be a regular person. I don't. And I don't think you do either. I think when you're alone by yourself and you kind of talking to yourself in a car or in front of a mirror and you think you really are special, guess what? You really are special. But you only believe that for a split second and you go back to feeling like you're not special. So we got to get you to feel like you're special more often, and you are responsible for that, not us all the time.
I am so excited to share with you someone that is pretty much near and dear to my heart. When I first met this gentleman, I had heard an awful lot about him. And I found out that he was in Las Vegas doing phenomenal things with our business. He moved with such speed. And the thing that he was known for was his coachability. Not only that, but he has been a very successful real estate investor and realtor there in the Las Vegas area, duplicating himself many times over. He's not a stranger to hard work, focus, dedication, and determination, because like myself, he also is a Marine. So, we always say once a Marine, always a Marine. He actually won the coveted Ironman award by doing something phenomenal in our business, the likes of which no one has been able to do consistently over time like he has. I'm going to give you a time to listen to this individual. And it's my hopes, as I said before, that you will see what I was able to see with him. Without further ado, Joel, are you there?
I'm here, Ron. Can you hear me?
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and get off right now. I want to give to you a man that definitely you should be taking notes on. It's this good. Guys,
Ron,
without further ado, Joel Molina. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ron. Guys, I want to get you guys on your way. I want to share a little bit of who I am and, what we've been able to do with this company. The truth is that I want to tell you guys a story, we fight for our country. We fight for our freedoms, right? But a lot of the times we take for granted what's available to us. What I want to talk to you guys today is about free enterprise. What I want to talk to you guys is that we have the liberty to create our own wealth here in America. We have the power to create our own businesses, and we shouldn't be capped at the income that people tell us that we're worth. We can go out there and we can create our own. But guys, I come from humble beginnings. I grew up with a single mother, and my mom was my hero. I wanted to retire my mom. I wanted to, tell her, go serve at the church. I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to retire you, Mom. And you know what? I wanted to work my butt off because I wanted to take care of her. She was my reason why in life, right? Unfortunately, guys, I lost my mother. I lost my mother when she was only 43 years old, when my baby sister was born. And growing up, I seen her having 2 jobs, working hard. And she taught me what hard work was. And I didn't want to put her through more stuff. When I was 16, 17 years old, I wanted to come through for her. So I decided to join the Marine Corps. I decided to join the Marine Corps because I wanted the Marine Corps to pay for my education. So at 17 years old, I joined the Marine Corps. My mom has to sign this waiver. And then at 18, we graduate from boot camp. And what happens in 3 months after boot camp, this is 2004. We're the first wave to Iraq. We're the first wave to Iraq. So we're fighting the war in Iraq. So I want to salute you guys and remind you guys that today it's not about everybody that's still here, everybody that served. It's about the true heroes that gave up the ultimate sacrifice. And today, you know, I want to remember one of my staff sergeants when I was out there in Iraq that lost his life. His name is Gene. Gene was leading from the front and unfortunately lost his life because he wanted to lead from the front. And I was talking to an individual this morning that's on this call, a friend from the Marine Corps. Now he's a highway patrol. He's a highway patrol out there in California. And I was talking to him this morning and we were remembering Gene, right? And guys, the truth is that we have all the freedom here in America and still people don't take advantage of. I've seen what it is in third world countries for people to have nothing, for people to, you know, to want to even start a business, even to go and you know, praise their God. They can't do it. But here in America, we have everything, and yet we don't take advantage of that. But people are dying for our freedom. So I want to encourage you guys today to really think about, remember those that have given the ultimate sacrifice, but understand that the freedoms that we have here in America, there is no cap to them. We can become whoever we want to become. We can build businesses and thrive if that's really what we want to do. So today, Ron, I don't know if we have any military members here that would like to share a little bit of their stories. I'm going to bring up the presentation. Give me 2 minutes, Ron. If you want to bring up maybe someone to share the 1 minute story. I know we have Wayne here. We'd love to hear your story, Wayne, of what happened out there in the war. Just bring up at least 2 or 3 people, Ron, if you can help me with that. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, I can do that. Hey, Wayne, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can I see? If you will, Wayne, thank you so much for your service. If you'll take about 3 minutes and just share with us your story.
Yes, sir. I'm originally from Arkansas, Southeast Arkansas to be exact, down about Louisiana, Mississippi. Moved to Vegas about 10 years ago. My wife tricked me into coming over here. So been here about 10 years. I joined the business through Brandon Thrash. He brought me on, and I thank God for him, Perry Miles, Luke, and Chella. I appreciate those people because they play a great part in the success that I'm going to have. Also, I'm a former police officer and former military guy. Army National Guard, I was 11B ground pounder. So give you all a little brief on one of my experience that I went through. We was on our way back to the base, and it was at night, which we weren't supposed to be out at night anyway. So we get attacked, we get ambushed. Now during this time we get ambushed, the ambush probably lasts about 5 minutes, but to me it seemed like it was about an hour. That night I was TCing, and while TCing, an RPG round hit my window and bounced off. And from that moment on, I knew that I was protected by God himself. He sent an angel down to protect me. And from then on, I knew I had a purpose, and he had a purpose for me. And sometimes we don't see our purpose. Other people can see it in us, but we don't see it for ourselves. You hear people saying, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. A lot of times we don't feel comfortable about certain things, but this is something that we actually need. We need people telling us what they see in us, because we don't see it. A lot of times we get lax. And I've reached out to my family members also about it. I got my cousin on here, Tarvin. He served over there in Iraq some years back, Tarvin Crockett. I got my niece on here, which she was my one of my support teams back when I was going through that. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get off here because I can talk all day long. But thank you, Joel. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you. Hey, I'm 11 Bs. I'm a ground pounder. I'm a grunt.
Yeah, we got you, man. I had to take guys in the Marine Corps to where they had to pound the ground. That was my job. Make sure they got there safe.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your service, Wayne. We do value that a lot. It doesn't matter what service you're in with us, man. We appreciate you making our country great. The other person that I'd like to bring up is an individual. It never ceases to amaze me how much fun I have with him. He has parlayed a passion that he has had in the aircraft industry and become a well-known individual, a strong figure, someone that they truly respect and know. He's an engineer by passion as well, but he has taken the reins and become part of his son's organization as well. Him and I are always joking about Navy versus Marines, and I think him and I both agree that the Navy is like a department of the Marines, if anything. But I'd like to introduce you guys, none other than a great friend of mine, Curtis Eatman III. Curtis, are you there?
Absolutely, absolutely.
If you will take it away, and no Marine jokes, man.
I got the mic, brother. I got the mic. Well, you know, yeah, so for me, let me just talk about a little bit about past, present, and future. So in the past, really, it's whose shoulders are you standing on? Right now, my sister just sent me went and visited the memorial grave of my father here, Godfrey Eatman Sr., also a vet, retired Vietnam War. And so we're all standing here on someone's shoulder. We're all standing here on someone's shoulder. So yes, Ron kind of mentioned what I do or what I've done in the military aviation. He mentioned Navy, but it's aviation. And so they're the baddest flying boys in the world. If you think about the Top Gun people, when you watch the movie Top Gun is about to come out, that's what I do. And so when the Marines are yelling for closed air support, guess who they call? They call on us. So they're boots on the ground. When we lead in battle, who leads? Navy SEALs, right? And so that's the past. That's the shoulders we stand on, the war campaign. And so today, people are still manning the walls. And so I'm still manning the walls. I'm still manning the walls in the present. And so with that, it was interesting that Patrick mentioned that, you know, soldiers put their lives on the line, we put our salaries on the line. And so I can totally relate to that because I'm on both sides of the fence. And so now in the present, I'm forward focused, right? And then more for the future is really legacy driven, leaving a legacy. And so when we speak about leaving a legacy, right, it's for the 2 or 3 generations in front of us. And so with that, I want to say that I highly respect everyone that's on here, the journey that we're taking, the risks that we're taking. We're putting everything on the line to not only fight for freedom, because we understand that freedom is not free. My boots have touched plenty of continents, and I've shared with my fellow teammates this morning that I've never kissed the ground except for the United States of America. And I've touched all kind of continents. I've been back to Africa. I've been to Jamaica. I've been everywhere. And we know as African Americans where our roots are at. But if my toes are going to go vertical, it's going to go vertical in the land of the USA. And so I thank everyone for that time. And go Navy.
Yeah, I know. I knew he was going to say that. I'm not going to touch it. Wayne, I'm not going to touch it, Wayne. I'm not going to say anything, Joel. Hey, guys, without further ado, Joel, I'm going to give it back to you so you can continue on. But thank you again, guys, for your service.
Awesome, guys. So the presentation, it's about 15 minutes. I want to deliver some value for you guys today. If you don't know me, my name is Joel Molina, and my background has been in real estate. I've been in real estate ever since I got out of the Marine Corps. I've been flipping properties, buying and selling. And, you know, I wanted to really bless my community. So at the same time, I own a mortgage company. And I've been blessing our community, teaching them about how to it's better to buy versus rent. We had a program on TV called Construyendo tu Casa Financiera, which means building your financial home. All of that, I'm bringing it back. I am so grateful for this company right here. I am so passionate about the company, the crusade on what we're doing here, the opportunity that my mentor, my coach, a professional basketball player, a model for Nike, gave me exactly 3 years ago, and has allowed me to pioneer Las Vegas and the whole state of Nevada. Now we're growing nationwide. We also have an office in Puerto Rico. Guys, the presentation I'm going to show you guys right now, it's powerful. I'm going to tell you guys how people are making, $100,000 a month. I'll say that again, $100,000 a month doing this business, blessing our community and bringing financial literacy and breaking this curse of poverty that's affecting every single corner of our communities right now. So let me bring up the presentation here, and I want to make sure that you guys get on your way. So give me these 20 minutes. I'm going to make sure that I deliver value to you guys today. And I want to make sure that if you guys have any questions, make sure you call the person that invited you on this call today. So let's get this thing started. I'm going to set the pace first. One of my favorite guys, when we talk about business, when we talk about being a competitor, one of my favorite guys is Kobe Bryant. Rest his soul. Kobe Bryant, I'm going to read this for you guys just to set the tone. It says, and I quote, "I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. Great things come from hard work and perseverance. No excuses." That's the Mamba mentality, guys. That's Kobe Bryant right there. And with that, I would like to get started with the presentation, in where I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of what it is that we do, what's the message, what do we deliver to our clients, and a little bit more of the vision of the company and how we get paid. How we get paid here, because I know that a lot of people that are looking into a new career, I know people are about to retire from their military career, or they're a cop right now, they're a highway patrol, and now they're looking for something. Well, let me tell you guys that just last month, one of our partners out there in San Francisco or that area made $127,000 in one transaction. $127,000 helping someone with their retirement planning. So I think this presentation is going to deliver some value, most definitely. So let's get started. I want to go ahead and break down exactly a little bit of the history of our company and our industry, right? So to get this thing going, I'm on the left-hand side of your screen, and I'm going to go over a little bit of the crusade, a little bit of the supply and demand. You see, in the 1970s, everybody wanted to be part of this industry. Everybody wanted to be a stockbroker, wanted to be involved in insurance one way or another. There was professional athletes getting out of their profession to go and jump into this industry. We had well over 500,000 licensed agents servicing a population of about 204. Now, if you understand supply and demand, you would know that right now, and as of 2013, the opportunity is right here. The opportunity is no longer in real estate. The opportunity is no longer in the dot-com boom of technology, right? Right now, we are looking and living in this time in history a phenomena of the baby boomers, right? A lot of baby boomers are retiring. Look at the amount of agents, and that's where we need some help. We need to hire more licensed agents. Here it's 149,000 licensed agents, and we are servicing a growing population of 316 million. So you do the math there. How many clients can you get if there's only 149,000 licensed agents? So now a little bit of the products and services. See, it's a sad reality, but let me tell you guys that what's happening in our communities right now, we're stuck in a cycle of poverty. We're driving around our communities, and every time, it doesn't fail, someone is asking for money doing car washes to go and ask for funeral for the cost of the funeral expenses. People are leaving debts behind. I know in my career, 3 of my clients lost their husband, and they lost everything. They lost their house. They couldn't pay it anymore. So right here, we protect people's assets. We talk about something that is not talked about. We talk about generational wealth. So you're going to learn a little bit of the foundation. We believe the foundation of creating wealth, it's through life insurance. So you'll learn a little bit of term life, a little bit of permanent, retirement planning, which we're pretty big on safe products. Warren Buffett is a big advocate of annuities, and that's what we drive. If you guys don't know Warren Buffett, go ahead and Google him. He's a huge advocate for index annuities and index products. That's what we deal with. Number 4, living benefits. I'll go ahead and break that down in a minute here. Now, who we are. A lot of people will confuse us with another insurance company. Let me tell you guys that we are not an insurance company. We are rather an FMO, a financial marketing organization. We have been rated by Forbes as the fastest growing FMO in America. And pretty soon we will be taking over the entire marketplace. We're in Puerto Rico, and we would soon be crossing over into Canada and Mexico. Just for you guys that know people out there or know people in Mexico, that's coming. And let me tell you guys that the company is not public yet. The company will be going public here very soon. But let me tell you guys who we represent. We are not the insurance company, but we do represent the largest and the wealthiest and the most profitable insurance companies in America today. Names like Mutual of Omaha, AIG, Fidelity and Guarantee. One of my favorite ones here, American National. Guys, these companies are top rated. If you lose your rating and you go down, we simply do not represent you anymore. So how do we educate the consumer? I want to make sure that I break down exactly how we represent the consumer and exactly how we deliver the message. Very simple, guys. I'm going to tell you guys a story. We're going to talk a little bit about generational wealth, and I don't want you guys to answer back, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about the new life insurance. Okay, I'm going to talk about the new life insurance. So let's just say that there's a 34-year-old female. She's looking for a $500,000 life insurance policy. And let's say that she has 2 children. And let's say that she is looking to purchase a life insurance policy. She comes to me as an agent, and I break down how it works. My question to you guys, though, 80% of the population, they have no clue. They have no idea on how this works and how much it costs. Well, if I asked you guys a question, how much does it cost? $500,000 in coverage? How much would it cost her? Think about that for a second. I'm going to uncover here how much it will cost her. So literally, $500,000 will only cost her, as you guys can see here on the screen. Let me see. Let me erase that. Well, as I'm trying to erase, it doesn't allow me, but let me tell you guys how much it cost. It only cost $30 per month for $500,000. And right here is where I'm going to connect my story to this industry. Now, when I say $30, now the people are saying, okay, I understand exactly how it costs. So what we do here, let's say that this lady is 34 years old. From 34 to 64, she is completely covered. Anything happens to her, beneficiaries will get, her kids will get $500,000. Well, the other side is that if nothing happens to her at age 64, the policy cancels out, and all the money that she put into this policy is the cost of insurance. She's no longer covered at 64, and all the money that she put into the policy, it gets lost. Well, let me tell you guys the pros of this term policy is that it's affordable, but it comes to an end. It comes to an end at 64. That's the only downside to this policy. Well, let me connect you guys to my story. My mom was 43 years old. When my baby sister was born 10 years ago, I received a call from the doctor, right? And my mom had stayed in the hospital for 3 months. So I'm getting this call, And the doctor tells me, Joel, I have to tell you some news. And I'm thinking, okay, my mom is good. She's coming out of the hospital. Guys, he tells me that my mom has passed away of complications. Worst news you can ever receive. Worst news you can ever receive. So what do? I think I broke down. The phone broke, everything. You know, I was losing my mind. But let me tell you guys what happened. Exactly a week later, we received a call from an insurance agent. And this insurance agent basically said this, told me and my 3 sisters this: your mom loved you guys so much that she left you guys protected. At that time, guys, I did not know what that meant, but he comes to the house and delivers a check to us, and the check is for almost $500,000. That money paid off the house where my sisters live at in California. That money was used for my sister to get her college education. Now she's a nurse in California, about to become a nurse practitioner, has a master's degree, and she's only about 25, 26 years old. So I say that to let you guys know that I believe 100% in what we're doing for our community, how we're going to eradicate this whole poverty. You know, we're at war against poverty. And right now I'll get into the money, but let me take you guys to the next type of policy. The next type of policy is called an ROP. ROP policy, how does it work? The same lady, 34-year-old female, same coverage of $500,000. Well, let's just say that this one's $100 per month. Well, from 34 to 64, she's completely covered. Anything happens to her, beneficiaries, her kids, will receive $500,000. However, if nothing happens to her at age 64, the policy cancels out. My question to you guys, what do you guys think happens to all the money that went into that policy? Well, what happens to that money, you know, a lot of people would say, well, the insurance company keeps it. Well, let me tell you guys that this lady will receive every single dollar that went into this policy. She will receive back a full refund. ROP stands for return on premium. Return on premium. So what she will get in return will be $36,000. $36,000. Of course, she's no longer covered, but she gets all of her money back. So you decide, what policy would you rather have? Term or term ROP? And then the last policy, guys, I love this policy right here for the benefits that it has. And I believe that everybody needs to know about these benefits. Benefit number 1, as you guys can see there, the death benefit is forever. It's not going to expire like the other 2 policies, policy number 2, policy number 1. Well, the $500,000 also gives this lady living benefits. What does that mean? Well, what that means is that if this lady, let's say she gets a policy today and she's approved, 2 years go by. When 2 years go by, she's diagnosed with cancer. Well, guess what? When she's diagnosed with cancer, that means that she's able to access $500,000 while she's alive, while she's still alive. And that can give her a whole lot of options. They're not going to tell her what to use that money for, nor are they going to ask for that money back. Once the claim is done and they give her the money, she's able to do whatever she wants with it. And that's $500,000 that she has access to. The last thing is the cash value. The cash value, they're calling this the retirement miracle. It's a beautiful, beautiful vehicle to invest into, to put money into, because the money in this account, in a separate account called a cash value account, it's growing in compound interest. And I don't know how many doctors I've talked to that are my clients, how many people that are retiring from 20 years in the military are using this vehicle to make sure that they save money for their retirement. We have police officers that are our clients. We have firefighters that are our clients. And it's a beautiful, beautiful product. It's called an IUL. Go out there and research it. It's called an Index Universal Life. So to bring this presentation to the end, I want to make sure that I disclose how much we're paid. And let me remind you guys that our clients do not pay us any management fees. They do not pay us any consultation fees. The way we get paid is basically the following. So let me go ahead and erase this and let you guys know I'm on the right side of the screen here. And I'm going to disclose to you guys how we get paid. So let's just say that Wayne is the agent, the licensed agent that helped this lady with the term policy. Wayne, what would happen is that the lady will pay $30 to the insurance company. The $30 that she paid turns to you as a commission, 30 times 12. 30 times 12 is now 360. Well, we don't get paid at 100%. We get paid at 120%. So that means that we get paid at 432, and you get paid here with our brokerage, with our firm, you get paid at a contract level, which means that in about 30 minutes of your time, you just made $216. The question we always ask is, would you like to be paid $216 an hour? Well, let's go on to the next one. Wayne, now you're representing this lady with a $100 policy. Well, let's do some math here. 100 times 12. 100 times 12 is 1,200. You get paid at 120% commission. 1,440. Out of 50% contract, you just made $720 in about, let's say, 30 to 45 minutes of your time. Wayne, would you like to be paid $720 an hour?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So the last one, guys, the last one is $200. Let's just double up on the math. 200 times 12 is 2,400. At 120%, it's 2,880. And to wrap that up, at a 50% contract, Wayne, you helped this lady. You just made 1,440. And let me tell you guys that this is residual income. You will get a percentage on the book of business for all the hard work you do every year. You're just stacking up on your book of business, giving you and your family a legacy that you can pass on to your kids. So without any further explanations on this, I want to bring this presentation to an end, guys. I want to make sure, and let me go ahead and just clear that up, bring you guys to the last page, and get you guys on your way. So let me see here. I want to introduce you guys to my mentor, guys, the gentleman that basically gave me an opportunity. I'm right now positioned to make about $20,000 this month, and we're going through a pandemic. We're blessing a lot of families that need our help right now. Okay. He himself is probably going to be making, he's at around 65,000 right now. He's going to be closing out at $100,000 this month. Guys, is by bringing this education right here, the simple 3 ways how money grows. And now I'm going to go over this real quick. Money grows in 3 different ways. It grows through a fixed way, which that's your savings accounts, your CDs, and your money markets. It has no growth. Don't let nobody lie to you. It is safe though. The next way that money grows is a variable way. A lot of you guys don't know how your 401k works, how aggressive it's playing in the market. Well, your 401k is volatile to the market. You can lose money. Mutual funds, you can lose money. Individual stocks, you can lose a lot of money. And I'm sorry to say, I love real estate, but you can also lose money there. It's not safe, but it does have a lot of potential of growth. And then we were talking about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is a big advocate for index products. That's what we teach here. It has safety and it has growth. So it has the best of both worlds. We're helping a lot of people protect their retirement during these days. Unprecedented days. A lot of people are losing their jobs. And when you lose your job, that 401k is now able to be rolled over into a safer account. These are the benefits of an annuity. And this right here, it's how we get compensated on a rollover. This is how people are making, those $50,000 per month, $100,000 per month. So very simple example. If you help someone roll over their 401k into an annuity, this is called a 401k rollover. $200,000 is paid out at 8%. That's $16,000. $16,000 at a 50% contract, you're getting paid $8,000. So guys, I wanted to be very transparent with this with this quick illustration of what we do here. I wanted to make sure that I made a good impression for everybody here today. And again, I want to tell you guys, thank you for your service if you served in the military. I want to salute you guys, and I want to ask you guys the last question. There's three eyes of how you're looking at this presentation. Number one is maybe you're thinking in your head about, I know people that need to see this presentation. The products and services are great. People need to be exposed to this. I have referrals. Number two, maybe you don't know how to read your 401k. Maybe you've been looking, into the products and services that we have here, and you need a free consultation. Guys, do not hesitate to reach out to the person that invited you. But ultimately, we're living in America, the land of free enterprise. You can create a business for yourself, and we're looking to partner up with you. We're looking to partner up with you. We have a complete system here. We give you training. We get you licensed in about 2 weeks, and not only how to obtain clients, but how to retain your clients, how to be referable, how to basically do things with integrity so your clients can stay with you forever. With that said, guys, it has been an honor. It has been a pleasure. I do not want to close out without allowing you guys to meet my mentor and my coach, the gentleman here on the picture that changed my life forever. From real estate, I remember meeting him and telling him, hey, if you're not talking to me about real estate, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. But we built a strong relationship. We've been working together for 3 years now, and he completely changed my life. I follow him because of the principles and values that I'm learning in this company, because we're positioned to meet people like this gentleman right here, worth over $200 million, and he's the humblest person you'll ever meet. We get that direct mentorship from Patrick Bet-David, running the #1 channel on YouTube for entrepreneurs. So my coach, he comes from a professional background in basketball, and also he was a Nike model. I'm sure you guys know that little company, Nike. And guys, I want to make sure that you guys hear from him. He's going to be sharing a little bit more of where he's positioned, where we're going, and just a vision of where we're going as a company, as a firm. So without further ado, I want to make sure that he's on the call. Curtis, do we have you on the call, sir?
I am. Joel, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Take the call.
All right. Perfect, man. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your vision, your mission, and your story, most importantly. I think it's very, very powerful. And I'm not going to take too much of your guys' time on this holiday. And first and foremost, I just want to thank you all who served our country. I really, really appreciate that, because, again, freedom's not free. And the video you played in the beginning from our CEO, also a veteran, really spoke volumes to me in regards to the most important positions we start talking about in our country, which, again, is if you are a military on this call, we appreciate you because of you, entrepreneurs like myself can be able to live free. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that right now and how it's been able to bless me and my family, because I simply stand here because of you guys. I simply stand here and simply because of my dad. My dad's Navy. I heard him speak a little bit earlier. Or my grandfathers. They're both also in the military as well. I got uncles military. Like, my whole family basically started the military. And to be able to set a paved way for myself to be able to be an entrepreneur and be able to have the opportunity to live in this beautiful country where we have options. So again, I really appreciate what you guys have done and what you consistently keep doing. And I just want to pay homage to you guys consistently. But the only way we can do that is as entrepreneurs, is be able to max our life to the fullest and be able to validate that by living a freedom life. So there's a couple different topics I do want to bring up. And the reason why, we're bringing the conversation of entrepreneurship up here today. And maybe you're thinking about it, maybe you haven't. And why so many entrepreneurs are looking into our environment. Why so many people, such as yourself, if you are someone that's a veteran and have served our country, are partnering with our firm. It's because there's a couple different points, all right? And the first one is freedom. Now, again, you've already served our country, so you understand the importance of putting your life on the line, and no one can ever put any type of comparison to what you have done to anything else. And the reason why I believe we do that in regards to what you've done so far it's because you've seen there was an importance of your family being free. You're able to serve something bigger than yourself. And as entrepreneurs, we're looking to do the same thing as well. So first and foremost, it's the freedom of having options, being able to choose what you want to do when you want to do it. For example, today we're able to pay homage for all our fallen soldiers, to be able to allow us to be able to be in America today, where we're not getting bombed, where we can have drinking water, where we can choose the schools we want to go eat where we want to eat. We have those freedoms because of you. And so when we just talking about simply freedom, the importance of entrepreneurship for us is to make sure that we still have those freedoms as well. So you can still have those options. We start talking about lifestyle, having the options of the house you want to live in, the dining, if you want to go, the clothes you want to wear. Just having that alone is a very, very important deal. Having confidence. I think it's very, very important to have confidence. So when the transition, you start talking about the transition, which you have from usually a military to what you're going to be in civilian life, the transition is, what do you do next? And a lot of people say, well, I've already learned how to be in a camaraderie area. I already know how to serve with my brothers and sisters. Well, what do I do next in regards to being able to do that same type of competitive deal? Well, a lot of people come here for that reason alone, and they're doing very, very well here as with that. So the confidence along with that, the advice that you get from being able to be an entrepreneur, the respect you get in regards to what you can do. I started talking about the best thing for your kids, for your family, with the options you'll be able to give them. But most importantly, be able to fund your own passions. Because you probably heard in the beginning, our CEO speaking about, you're never created to be mediocre. You're created to do something big in your life. And when you start talking about what we're able to do here right now with the firm, I'm pretty excited because people are literally looking in the mirror and saying, look, I am able to do something great in my life. And I am going to do something great in my life. And they're able to set that precedence and that legacy consistently. And the most important one I love is giving back. Giving back. Being able to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I am becoming a better individual. I'm able to literally pass on an inheritance and a legacy the proper way with the right principles and values. And so we're very blessed to be able to say again that as entrepreneurs, that because of you, we're able to position ourselves to have these type of freedoms and these options. Without you, I would not be in a position to be able to help so many people. I look at our payroll this month, and in a pandemic with so many people are in fear, we have over 20 people minimum this month is already over $5,000 on a part-time basis. And in a pandemic, when you have over 30 million people that are applying for unemployment right now, when we're able to say things like that, that brings us so much confidence. And we're so appreciative for people like yourself that are veterans on this call. Because without you guys, we wouldn't even have that opportunity to be able to say that. And we're just looking to do more. We're looking to do more. And we're consistent to keep doing more. And if you're looking for a fight, if you're looking for a new type of war to step into, we have a war against poverty. We have a war against really the individuals right now that are trying to stop our freedoms from being able to have the options that we have today. And it's going to be a consistent fight. And it's not going to be a one type of battle. It's going to be a consistent one. And we're looking to win this battle. And if you're looking to be able to, step on the winning team, we're looking forward to bring you on board as well, collaborating, because you already have those innate traits. You already know leadership. You already know how to work with teams. You already know how to serve. Now it's just about, this is a new battle, new objectives, and we're looking to make sure the legacies are passed on correctly so we consistently have our freedom for our next generations that are coming up as well. So again, I'm very excited about what's happening today. I don't really have too much to say. I'm just very, 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 again, what's the word I'm looking for? Floored in regards to today's powerful event. For all the fallen soldiers, for those individuals, again, I want to pay homage to you guys because, again, without you, we would not have the opportunities we have here today. And we're just so thankful and so grateful. And the best way we ever show our gratefulness is to be able to go give more opportunities for more individuals and give back consistently with that. So again, my name is Curtis Eatman. Thank you so much for joining the call today. I'm going to pass it back to Mr. Ron Osborne. And please reach out to the person that invited you here today, because we're definitely looking to collaborate for this new war that we're against today. God bless you guys.
Thank you so much, Curtis. We appreciate you. And I personally appreciate you for changing my family's life, man. You helped me set up a legacy in an incredible way. I still value you, man. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who had that opportunity to come here today, I hope you had the opportunity to also see what could happen. A lot of times when people are here, they would ask themselves a question, very simple. Maybe I need some more information. I want to ask you this, what if? What if everything that you saw today is a possibility for your life? Then I would encourage you to definitely get back with the person that had that chance to invite you into this possibility. because just like the rest of us, someone had to introduce us into a possibility of making our life great. Yeah, I know sometimes people say things like they have to do research. Let's be honest. Most people don't. They get the job, okay? And as soon as the company says you're hired, they're happy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I got the job. But wait, you don't even know what it is. I don't care. I don't care. I know that they're going to teach me what I know. Well, it's very much the same way here. You can be happy and know this. We will not cap your income. You can make as much as you need to create the legacy you want for your family. Number two, the person that invited you into this business most likely is more than willing to help you become successful. Okay, something that you have to consider. But most importantly, when it comes to research, I believed, for me personally, being a business owner since 1996, that the most important thing you needed to do was ask yourself a simple question. Will I do the work that's necessary? You know you're going to do it at your job because they're going to pay you. But this time you get to pay yourself. And it always shows up in the quality of our work. Get back with that person, though, that asked you to become a part of this thing, possibly, and let's see what's possible. Most likely, we'll see you hit goals and dreams that you never before imagined would or could come true. I'm sitting across the table from a dream that I had. I never wanted my wife to work until she retired. I wanted her to be with me. That's why I married her. And now, as I speak right now, she's across the table from me, changing lives, writing policies, while I'm having the opportunity to be with you. Thank you so much for making the time. Joel, I'd like to turn it over to you.